I feel like a slice of butter melting on top of a big old pile of flapjacks.
Play the victim and you will be the victim.
Very good, Frank. Very impressive. Ultimate punch!
What's up?
What's
Oh! You hit the soft part of my belly.
You just got killed by a Daewoo Lanos, motherfucker! How you like me now, huh?
You are, because if the girl said no, then the answer obviously is no.
No.
But the thing is she's not gonna say no. She would never say no because of the implication.
Ask yourself, why has he got his hat pulled down like that? He's fuck ugly.
Frenches instead. Oh, yeah. Wow. I don't like this.
Power of Christ compels you.
Oh, does it? Does it compel me?
You look pretty.
What did you say?
I said you look shitty.
I offer you a nice egg in this trying time.
Yeah, he's got an egg, you might.
See, that's what I'm saying. I'm rusty. So I had anxiety. I was like, do I want to go live? Do I want to make a video? So also, what's up, Frankie? Thank you for letting me know. So I didn't go this whole stream just talking to nobody. But yeah, New York Toy Fair. It's going on this weekend. There's a lot of new stuff coming out. There was some Marvel Legends. I did make a video about the Marvel Legends reveals, but there's a couple new ones at New York Toy Fair. I can't talk. New York Toy Fair, 17 Samurai Spirit Red. How's it going? We did get some of that. The DuckTales, indeed. I'm probably going to go over everything. It may run a little long, but I'm on Toy Arc. You know, they're my go-to for all this shit. So I'll bring up Toy Arc and I'll just go through the list. And we will check out all of the toy news from Toy Fair. And like, there's not a lot of stuff that like popped out of me that like, oh man, I need that. The only one that like I'm kind of miffed about is because we'll get to it. I'm not going to talk about it. I won't spoil anything. But yeah, it's been a crazy week for toy news. It was pretty quiet. Then we got the Hasbro stream, and then I didn't even know New York Toy Fair was happening this weekend, but lo and behold, it's here. So, you know, there's a lot of stuff. There's some good, there's some bad, there's some ugly. But yeah, we're just gonna check it out. I'm gonna bring up Toy Arc. Let me go. This one. No. This one. This one. No, this one. Like I said, I'm rusty. Okay. We're gonna start at the bottom. So like I said, shout out to Toy Arc. We'll even check out Super 7 because I didn't see any of this. I know there's a couple of new things from everybody. But this is Thundercats, not my bread and butter. It's just recolor of Lion-O. We got Mum-Ra. Is that Mum-Ra? Yeah, Old Man Mum-Ra. These look kind of like super cartoony. At least Mum-Ra does. Lion-O not so much. What else did they have here? This guy with weird glasses. I don't know his name. Mandora. I don't know what that's from. That's kind of cool looking. Okay, that's Silverhawks. Super 7. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy that Super 7 is still making stuff. I know a lot of people have them, a lot of people collect them, but there's obviously issues with the articulation and quality on some of the stuff, but they're still making stuff. We got, what is this called? Tiger Sharks? Yeah, Tiger Sharks Mako. I do not remember this show. I don't know anything about it. We got more Ninja Turtles. 2012. There you go, Frankie. There's your Ninja Turtles. I mean, are they done with TMNT? Because there's stuff right here. I don't know if this is new. I don't know if this is the same ones that they'd already released. These are like 2012 turtles, right? And I know those came out last year, but it looks like they're still like these are reaction Ninja Turtles. Shredder, the Turtles, Foot Clan. I don't know. It doesn't look like they're done with Ninja Turtles. It looks like it's so like Ninja Turtles is the brand that everybody gets a piece of. It seems like. Talk about the Playmates ones. I mean, there was a lot of Ninja Turtles. The Playmates, their last wave, we got some more NECA Turtles. We got these ones. Yeah, like I don't really give a crap about Super 7, but there was some new stuff, which is surprising because as a company, you don't really see them doing that well the last couple years. But here's some more turtles right here. These guys are cool. I don't know how I like the slim design for turtles, but NECA does make some good Ninja Turtle stuff. We know that for a fact. And I believe this is from what 20 is that from 2012 or is that from the like CG animated one? I'm not sure, but we got Footbots and Tiger Claw, and then we got more cartoon turtles with just crazy costumes. Who is that? Is that Leo with a mask on? That's kind of creepy. I want a closer shot of those. More of the that's the CG animated Ninja Turtles one. I like that diorama backdrop. That's really cool. And then we have the Fortnite Turtles, and I don't know. It looks like NECA is doing like Fortnite stuff because we have the Ninja Turtles, then we have some like horror stuff. They had Michael Myers and Jigsaw, and I don't know if I'm pretty sure these are still like 1/10 scale because they look kind of tall. But it would be cool if NECA was making these in 1/12, and then you could slide these in as just Ninja Turtles because they're cool. They're just a little skinny for turtles, in my opinion. But to each their own. And then we got more of the Eastman and Laird looking turtles down there. I don't know if those are new or not. That's new. I do remember that. That's like what 2003 Ninja Turtles. I don't know. Someone let me know. But yeah, we got more. There's a lot more from NECA. This is just okay. There's closer pictures though. And it doesn't look like they even have the articulation sculpted in at this point for these guys. These are just kind of like mock-ups, I guess. I don't see any joints. Oh, I guess there's shoulder joints there. Mikey. Oh, I wasn't done. Go back. I like when they give Raphael like the full mask. That's a lot of fun. But that's like his thing now. The head covering mask. I like the red accents. That's pretty cool. I mean, they look cool. They don't look bad. They don't look terrible. I don't really want to give NECA any money. I don't really want to. I don't collect that scale, and yeah, they just have questionable customer service practices, and I don't really want to deal with that. Leia, what's going on? Welcome. Checking out the Toy Fair news. We got Fortnite NECA Turtles. It's a mouthful. What is that? Bunch of accessories. All right. Moving on from that, we have more NECA stuff here. We have DuckTales. Woo! I love DuckTales. Like I said, NECA. I'm not trying to give them my money, but these look pretty freaking, pretty freaking good. Huey, Dewey, and Louie. We got Scrooge. We got Launchpad, Gizmo. That's a crazy wave one. Like that's essentially all the main characters of DuckTales. Which, if you're a '90s kid, even mid to late '80s kid, you definitely caught some DuckTales, and I for sure did. I like that they gave them like a little bit of comic accent, but not like too much. They didn't really like dive into it super hard. Like we got the highlight there on Scrooge's hat. That looks really nice. Little book. that, you know, NECA always packs in accessories with their figures, and I appreciate them not raising the price. Oh yeah, that Gizmo looks great. I definitely wanted some like good DuckTales figures as a kid. And these look awesome. They really do. So props to NECA for getting that license and doing. I mean, obviously these are prototypes because you can see the paint isn't the cleanest, and it'll be definitely better on like production versions, but they still look pretty dang good. We got more Sesame Street. I want the blocky Sesame Street, but that Big Bird is so tempting. All I need is Gizmo and him out. Well, it looks like they're getting all the heavy hitters out of the way, so grab that one and you're good. I really like this Big Bird. I think it's pretty sick. And it's huge too. Like we didn't see it next to the other Sesame Street stuff. I wonder, does Oscar come by himself? No, Oscar doesn't come by himself. Who does he come with? Grover? Super Grover? Big Bird looks great. Swappable faceplate. Oscar with a scram sign and whatever that little dude is. And then Super Grover. Oh, Muppets. And you know what's crazy? Like they showed Kermit on that little teaser thing. Like they showed Kermit's arm, I'm pretty sure. And there's no Kermit here. There's no Kermit. Why do we not have Kermit in the first wave of the Muppets? We got Piggy, we got Gonzo, and these crazy monster dudes, but no Kermit. That's kind of lame, honestly. And I feel like they could have done like a better outfit for Miss Piggy too. I don't really like that outfit. I'm not sure if it's from one of the movies or, well, I'm pretty sure these are based on the Muppets movie, because that's what that logo looks like. I don't know what these are based on, but where's Kermit? Why no Kermit? Also, I watched the new Muppets show on Disney Plus, and it was good. But the Kermit voice, like, I don't want to like sound like a broken record because everyone was talking about it, but Kermit's voice was just like not perfectly there. And I know it's a new puppeteer doing him, and they like to do the voice and the puppeteering. But I don't know. It's gonna take some getting used to. But it was fun. It was fun. If not, it felt a little rushed. But I did definitely enjoy that that new Muppets. That was a lot of fun. And I would like to see more of that. So if you haven't seen it and you have Disney Plus, don't go out of your way to get Disney Plus, of course not. But if you have it and you like the Muppets, go watch it. And oof, yes, you can you can tell these are prototypes because oof, Miss Piggy looking looking a little rough there. She's looking like she's looking for her next fix. Sabrina Carpenter was a great addition. Yeah, she did a good job, and it's funny because she's like really short, so she was almost the same height as some of the Muppets. Miss Piggy definitely seen some shit in that picture. Then we got another Pee-wee, which that's cool. It's pretty much the same. Yo, these prototype figure paints though, they're looking like not fantastic. Like look how rough that paint job is. Craziness. I don't know if it's just the high definition pictures or that they're all just prototypes that aren't even production yet. But DuckTales definitely cool. Muppets definitely cool. I just wish that there was a Kermit. Not that I'm going to get them, but there is still a lot more to look at as far as Toy Fair is concerned. We can go over these. That's fine because I thought these were interesting. 8-inch clothed NECA figures. So these are like soft goods. I don't know. These Michelle Pfeiffer head sculpts are not the best for me. I feel like they could have done. I mean, this one's okay, but I don't know. Not the perfect likeness. This Keaton though looks pretty dang good. Like it's kind of an unmistakable chin that he has in that bat suit. So Michael Keaton looks good. Danny DeVito looks good as Penguin. 8-inch scale. Well, Penguin is the same height as Batman, so that's not correct. So they're kind of just all their own scale, I guess, which is interesting choice. But they're less than $50, which is pretty impressive for the scale and what you get with it. So I'm not too upset about those. Like they're there for people that want them. I really want to wait for 6-inch ones from Mattel, like some deluxe Batman Returns, Mattel, and Batman 89 stuff. Once they really get that line rolling, I'll wait. I'm patient. Saves me money. But this is really good looking JMDB though. I think they did a good job with that. And I like the soft goods coat and the cape for Michael Keaton's Batman is great. Looks like it's wired. It's thick. Looks kind of leathery. I'm down with it. I don't know about this bodysuit for Catwoman, how that'll hold up. But you know, if you leave it in box, I'm sure it'll hold up better. But those are already up for pre-order. You can get those on Big Bad Toy Store. I think they're like $44, $46, something like that. So not too out of reach. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff, Jacob. A lot of cool stuff coming out at Toy Fair. But like I said at the beginning of the stream, there's not a bunch popping out to me that I'm like, yo, I need that immediately. It's just stuff to look at and be like, that's pretty cool. I think these are statues, so I'm not going to check those out. But these are interesting. NECA again, like they're coming out like kind of like Jada is with like childhood characters and mascots and stuff like that. So they're like really branching out as far because you know NECA is known for their horror stuff. But Ronald McDonald, I mean, to some people, Ronald McDonald is scary. Don't get me wrong. Not everyone likes clowns, but is Grimace terrifying? Kinda, yeah, actually. But apparently they're making Ronald and Grimace and Hamburglar, but no like actual Birdie because these are kids' costume Hamburglar and Birdie, so we don't see them making a Birdie as of yet as far as this teaser. But like, I'm sure for people that absolutely love capitalism and corporate greed and all that stuff, these are great. But McDonald's figures, I don't know about that. Not for me. I want that Scary Movie Scream Ghostface NECA figure. I really want that, but I don't know if it's a Comic-Con exclusive. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, dang, I just want that head sculpt because I have the Mezco Ghostface and I'm pretty sure that head would like, as far as scale, I may have to like make the whole figure at the bottom to fit it on there, but I'm pretty sure I could fit it on the Mezco Ghostface and that would be fucking great. What is this? What are they soliciting? What is that? Department 56. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? What are you planning, NECA / McDonald's? So yeah, those were cool. Interesting. Not so much cool as they are interesting. We got a lot of McFarlane stuff actually, and I will go into that. But I want to check out the stuff that I think is cool first. Like we got some Star Trek stuff. I know it's not 1/12, but like, are we really gonna get a 1/12 Star Trek line at any point? I don't know, but it'd be cool to get like the Next Generation crew and the original series crew because those are two series that I really am familiar with, and have a little display of that. Where's Spock? We got Leonard Nimoy as Spock right here. Live long and prosper, which is pretty cool. And they come with great accessories. What the 4D chess, computer screen. You get to build a part of the bridge, which is cool, I guess, with a piece. And you got Uhura. Oh, she looks great. That's awesome. Spock and Uhura right there. I want both of those. Pretty sure I want both of those. Like those are cool. And then in the next wave, we've got Kirk from Generations. And I watched a lot of Star Trek growing up, so like I'm familiar with Next Generation stuff for the most part because that's what my dad was watching all the time. Is that Janeway? That is Janeway, looking like a badass right there. Hell yeah, come in peace. So we're getting a lot of stuff. We got Nog. We got, I don't know who Dr. Carol Marcus is, but we're getting her. And they do like a wave that's dedicated to a team, and then they like do kind of random ones, which is a cool way to get a lot of characters out, I guess. At least that's what Nacelle said their plan was. That Janeway is really cool. She's like Janeway if she was in Die Hard. That's pretty sick. And Nacel's doing some interesting stuff. They got a lot of cool license. They're doing, Biker Mice, doing Star Trek, obviously, Cowboys and Moo Mesa. What else are they doing? I don't know if you heard, but Hasbro are having the license of Street Fighter and Harry Potter stuff. So the Street Fighter license is for the movie figures. Hasbro has license for the movie stuff. And Harry Potter, I didn't know they had that, but I ain't gonna be getting that. But it doesn't surprise me. I mean, that's a really good William Shatner head. That looks great. You get a horse, a freaking horse. Packaging is really cool on these guys as well. I like Star Trek. Who doesn't like Star Trek? Like, it's not my favorite, but Star Trek's cool. Yeah, no money for JK from me either. Is that who's that down there? Where's I want to see Picard. Where's Picard? Captain Hikaru Sulu. Oh my. Oh my. George Takei. That's cool. From one of the movies, not from the original series. Then we got Archer. Is it Scott Bakula that played Archer? Is that who that was? And then they're doing The Expanse, which I don't know anything about The Expanse other than it's like a sci-fi series, but that's pretty much all they showed on this one. And I think they're cool. I do think they're cool. Yeah, movie Street Fighters. I mean, as far as the video game goes, you can't go wrong with Storm Arena or Jada for Street Fighter. Both of those are fantastic, and I can't see Hasbro doing a better job. Speaking of Hasbro, we're gonna check it out because I'm kind of miffed about what they did with Smart Hulk here, because it's almost the perfect Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Hulk. This is all stuff we've seen, so I'm not gonna bother with that. But so we got Professor Hulk, and he's got the MVC2 look because it's 90s Hulk. The only problem is you need to be able to swap this torso with Max Hulk or something to get the perfect look, because I don't think that t-shirt is removable. But you get like the perfect head sculpt. So they should have made the t-shirt removable, honestly. But then they couldn't re-release this later and charge us more money for another Hulk figure. So it's kind of like, do I want it? Sure. Am I gonna get it? I might wait, just because I want a Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Hulk. But he comes with bunny slippers, so there's that. Yeah, I like the look for sure, but that'd be my third Green Hulk, and it's already limited for shelf space. So, I mean, I like the glasses. We got the bandolier, but like the MVC stuff is the pants with the belt, like the non-torn pants with the belt, and then that head sculpt right there. So that is like Gamerverse Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Hulk with a t-shirt on. So that was the big new reveal. And then they have one more thing, which is just like, oh, another repaint. Cool. But they updated the torso because the first Iron Spider only had 3 Waldos, because that's what they gave Peter in Civil War. He only had 3 Waldos coming out of his back instead of 4. So they updated the torso, they changed the spider, and there's a train coming. I'm sure y'all can hear that. Also a new head sculpt. I do like the eyes on that. That's pretty cool. And the colors are nice, but I don't know what situation because this is Miles' uncle, right? Aaron Davis. I don't know what situation they put him in to make him wear a Spider-Man suit. It's called Spider-Man when he fights Sinister Six. Okay, so this is an evil version of Spider-Man that's on the Sinister Six. See, that would make sense to me, because in the Ultimate Comics, he is Prowler, and I'm guessing this is like a 616 version of Aaron Davis, and he's just an evil Spider-Man. Part of the team is the Spot, Hobgoblin, Sandman, and I forgot who else. So yeah, and Spider-Man. Cool. Thank you for letting me know, because I didn't know that. But it's the same body as Peter Parker's Iron Spider, so like it's not. They could have made a bigger version of that body if they're gonna update the torso. But they just kind of were lazy with it. We're like, all right, we'll just repaint it and change the upper torso and make it different, which is, you know, Hasbro. So you can't really expect much more from them. And then we got more pictures of, we got pictures of the new wave. So these two are really the only ones I want, Magic and Daredevil. This Daredevil's, they said at Toy Fair that it's fully newly sculpted. So it's an all new sculpt. It's not reuse of Vulcan. It's just a new Daredevil head or body sculpt, which is awesome. He deserves that. Single card release. I do like the black accents. It breaks up the costume. And now I need to get rid of the cell shaded one once I get that one. So I'll be getting that, not Man or Constrictor. Probably just Magic and Daredevil. Yeah, I'm definitely keeping the bath. I'm not going to get rid of the Build-A-Figure because it's a lame. It's not great. It's not a great update. It's just them getting a new body mold out there. They're like, oh, minimum effort, maximum profits, right? That's how it works. But we got new pictures of that Punisher. It looks cool. It's just a repaint of Hulkbuster, I believe, with some new parts. It's just man. Exactly. It's just man or man. No absorbing, just man. The Frank Castle head sculpt is cool with the head bandage. I know that's a specific artist version. I just don't know which one. We also get a mask for it. It's cool looking, don't get me wrong. I just don't need that. I don't have space for that. I just got all my toys in one room. It looks great and it's completely full. Don't have room for anything else. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these may be prototypes. I doubt it at this point because you know the way that, oh, it's so frustrating how Legends releases stuff. Like Abomination, right? I pre-ordered him last month, and they said March, and literally Amazon was like, "Oh, this is coming," and I'm like, "Shit, well, I want my Abomination," so I had to shuffle it around and was able to get him, but it like came 2 months early, and you know that these are just sitting on a shipping container coming across the ocean ready to like hit people's wallets immediately, and it's like, you know, just give us some room to breathe. Like if you took more time and released less figures, you would have better quality. Like you could make really awesome stuff that people look forward to rather than more. Like this is Sunfire. This Muse body, the upper torso is Sunfire. I don't think Bullseye is, but the low shoulder, look how sunken in these shoulders are. That's how you know something is on Sunfire because they've used this mold over and over and over and over and over. And they just added new legs for it. And of course they already pinless updated Sunfire. So it's like, just keep using it till the wheels fall off, y'all. And I don't want that just because of that. I already have Bullseye, so I don't really need Muse. But it's just more Hasbro being Hasbro. So like here and there, and like this is let down to me. Like I know there's some people that are excited for it, but Maximum Thor, where's the Maximum? Like I know it's a new updated sculpt, it's pinless and all that stuff, but I don't think there's butterfly joints. Let me see. I don't think he has butterfly joints. We don't get spinning Mjolnir. We get a horn rather than a spinning Mjolnir. We get the handle of Mjolnir just so he can be like he's drawing it from his back. You know, just like they half-assed it. They half-assed this Maximum, and they're going to charge you like $55 and be like, this is the best Thor we're ever going to make. And then just rest on that and be like, yep, there was a Thor. If you missed it, you missed it. And this is, are there butterfly joints? I really don't think there are. They could have done classic Thor. It would have been so much better. But this is Hasbro we're dealing with, so we don't really get what we want generally. We just get what they make and accept it begrudgingly. Frost Giant Horn, I think the reason why they probably made that will probably hoping we get made to order Frost Giants. I mean, I could see that at some point, but I don't know. We'll see. I think I did not tell you, but I got my Abomination at GameStop because it was a pro membership. That's cool. That's a better price for it. Honestly, it is just mostly a repaint with 2 new head sculpts. What else do we have here? I wanted to, where's that? There we go. These are cool. I know nothing about this franchise, And I was just talking about how Playmates only makes like kids toys, and they don't really make anything generated towards like an older Virgo. How's it going, girl? How are you? Good to see you. It's been a while since I was live, so I hope you're doing well, and I hope Roughshod's doing well. And hell yeah, good to see you. Dungeon Crawler Carl. Know nothing about the franchise, but these toys just look fun, and they also look like there's some effort put in. Plus, they're 6-inch scale, so you could just like grab the monsters. Girl, did you really just do that? I can't believe you did that. You better get out of here. I hope nobody heard that. I think you just scared all my viewers away. I see that, babe, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna tell them what you just did. I can't believe you did that. What's wrong with you? That cat is shooting lasers out of his eye. Yeah, she did, Leia. Good job, Ria. You've captured that moment forever. I hope you're proud of yourself. I hate you so much. I know nothing about this franchise, but we get a goat guy, so that's pretty cool. A goat demon guy. God, I can't believe she did that. Figures look cool, but the underwear of hearts is interesting. Yeah, I think it's based on a book series, like a role-playing book series where like the protagonist is in a role-playing game, so it's just a dude in his boxers. I mean, this guy looks cool. This isn't. I watched Pixel Dan. There we go. I couldn't think of his name, but Pixel Dan has really good coverage of Toy Fair, and he was talking to someone that worked at Playmates, and she said that the sculpted ones, of course, are going to have articulation. This is just a prototype. The hearts on the box is a great touch. Yeah, it's pretty. It's an interesting looking character. Like, it makes me want to know more about the franchise. And then look at these accessories. Like, you don't get stuff like this. Just a bunch of random 1/12 scale bottles and stuff. So there's some cool stuff going on here. We get some like actual like miniatures for for like a role-playing game. So I'm assuming there's actually a tabletop game. I'm not sure, but interesting looking franchise. Playmates is let go of Ninja Turtles and they're doing other things, and you know what? Good for them. Losing TMNT's through 2027 is going to be interesting. Indeed. And I believe Mattel now holds the primary TMNT license. So that'll be interesting to see as well. I know Mattel is like planning on doing big things. We'll see if they can follow through and make that good stuff. But I'm really hoping, and like the DC kid stuff that they're showing, like the basic line kid stuff, is really fun. Like it's basic articulation, but they're pinless, which is one better than Todd's done. They're double jointed, little lacking in the articulation, but that just means that when we get the ultimate versions, the like adult versions of the figures, they're gonna be that much better. So I'm really excited for those, and I think that Mattel is going to be doing some good stuff the next couple of years. So yeah, Dungeon Crawler Carl, interesting looking toy line. This dude, like, you could make this into Ash Williams if you wanted to. If you got rid of the, I mean, you could just get some soft good pants and some boots and put them on him, and you'd have almost an Ash Williams from Army of Darkness right there. So if you were looking for a custom, there you go. Let me see what else. Okay, speaking of TMNT and Playmates, so they do still have the rest of the year for Ninja Turtles. Well, this is Godzilla, but they're banking on Power Rangers, and they're actually doing like the tie-ins that they're doing right now, which is interesting. But I don't think that these are 6-inch scale. I think these are like 5.5-inch scale, and they're really basic articulation. So like and we got pins and all that stuff. Oh, you know what time it is. Hold on, it's 4:20. So we got Godzilla / Power Rangers, and of course the Green Ranger's Godzilla. Excuse me. Pink Ranger's is Mothra, and I don't know what the rest are. So don't ask me. Max, what's going on? Good to see you. G.I. Joe XTMNT Slash. Yeah, he's Storm Shadow, right? I'll get to that. I'm gonna try to go over as much of this Toy Fair stuff as I can. I'm gonna try to cover it all because it's a lot. The metal DC multiverse figures, Mattel. I don't know about the new ones. It looks pretty cool, but start back over in the collection. See, that's why I got rid of all of my McFarlane stuff. I don't have any DC except for one Mafex Batman and like 2 movie Harleys from SHF and Mafex. So I have a clean. Oh, and I have McFarlane Batman Beyond because that's the only McFarlane figure I have left. Oh, that's cool. That's Godzilla with Dragon Sword armor. That's pretty sick. Honestly, that's cool. I'm not gonna get it, but that's funny. Baby lungs. Hell no, Frankie. Hell no. Watch that. You want to say baby lungs? I'm gonna blinkers the Benjamin. Not a single cough. At least not that y'all heard. Oops. Damn, that's strong. Y'all got me lit as fuck up in here. That's y'all's fault. Red Rodon. Okay, Red Ranger's Rodon. And I don't know what yellow is. Jesus Christ. Lord save me. I'm a mess. Like I said, I'm rusty. I haven't streamed in a while. No, there's more than that. I know there's more than that. Where is the... All right, I gotta find it. DC Mattel Toy Fair 2026. Here we go. Courtesy of DCCollectors.com. So shout out to DCCollectors.com. We got this. Okay, let's bring us to Instagram. So hopefully all the pictures are there. Let's go to the Rock Father. Look at there. All right, here we go. The Rock Father and the Toy Book on Instagram. So shout out to them. The Superman looks pretty cool, actually. Pretty, minus the armor and I mean, I like the steel beam. Superman can't melt steel beams. Joker, this is their basic line, and I think these look good. I think that these look great. I mean, obviously that waist swivel is ugly as hell, and I believe these are all in the same base body as far as like Superman, Flash, and Batman. But that just means that when they get to like really amping it up and they're doing the main Ultimates line that is adult collected, and these are 6.5 inches as well. I believe that these are like the same scale as Marvel Legends. So when they're doing like the big major heroes like Batman, Superman in the Ultimate version, you can go to the basic line for like hopefully like $20, $15 and get like side characters, fill in the ranks and all that stuff for the ones that you don't really care about getting the Ultimate treatment, because they're all going to be pinless. They're all going to be like in the same scale. Swap parts, like the boots are different obviously for Flash than Batman and stuff like that. So there's going to be some differences. And you're going to get a lot of that early in the line probably with the Ultimate ones or the basic ones. And then as they go, you'll get more body types and all that stuff. So these, I'm looking forward to Mattel holding on to the license. Like, this Batman looks cool. I don't have a problem with it. Like, we don't have any chest articulation, but like, you know, you want a basic cheap Batman, and you get the sprues with it, so you can pump out the accessories. You got that little fun factor. We get John Stewart Green Lantern with some ring effects. So like, I don't have no problems with this at all. I think this is awesome. Oh, of course, we got Jokerized. We couldn't do that without. Had to have a Jokerized in there. But that's the thing. You can get a lot of reuse. Like, there's a separate Batman body. So there's even some variants in the beginning of the line. So I think that they're doing good things as far as, and this Batmobile is really cool. Like this is how they're gonna make their money on this line, first and foremost, is targeted at kids and also collectors, but mostly at kids with like the battle features and the accessories and all that stuff. And this Batmobile, so like the front pops apart and then Robin's motorcycle can like dock into the Batmobile. So I think that's pretty cool. I don't know about the color. I don't know why I don't like that it's gray and yellow. Like it should be black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. But I think it's pretty cool. And then I guess they're doing like role playing accessories, or is this can't be it. That's not from Mattel. I don't know what that's from, but thank you, the Rockfather and the Toy Book, for those looks at those, because Toy Arc didn't have it. But going back to Toy Arc, let's go Hasbro Star Wars. I didn't talk about this, but the pre-orders are already up. So these are like new to Toy Fair, but this was within the same week, so technically it counts. I'm going to have to pick up the Medi Toys TMNT 100%. There's so many different versions of Ninja Turtles to get, and it's kind of overwhelming. And I still haven't found the perfect 1/12 Turtles for me. All right, so we get Black Series, Mandalorian and Grogu figures from the upcoming movie, and you mostly already have this figure with the Glavis Ringworld Mando, but there's a couple of changes, like we get an alternate hand because he came with the vibroblade last time, but there's no way he can hold it. So Hasbro actually fixed that and gave him a hand to hold his vibroblade with, because it's like a short little knife. It's really narrow, and the trigger finger that they gave Mando all the time would not hold it. So they gave him a swappable hand. He gets a sword. We get a Grogu that holds on to him somehow, because he's sticking on him in multiple places in some of these pictures. And then we get Sigourney Weaver. I'm not sure. Okay, this might be an updated body as far as a Rebel pilot, but I'm not sure. I may not be. This is Hasbro we're talking about. I don't know about the head sculpt. I mean, it looks like Sigourney Weaver, but she just kind of looks kind of lifeless in and on this head sculpt. So I don't know. I don't know if that's a new body or not. Is that butterfly joints? Okay, so it has butterfly joints. So it may be an updated Rebel pilot body. Sorry, Hasbro. Mezco stole this show from me, revealing Splinter, Punisher, and the Dawn. I did see that Punisher silhouette. I'll have to look that up. Ripley, indeed. Ripley in Star Wars. And that's vintage collection stuff. We get some Inquisitors. We get Merrick. And they're showing off the newest wave of Black Series, which is hitting places. Like they're trying to charge me for Quinlan Voss right now, and I just don't have the money this week, so I'll have to wait and see. Just don't want Quinlan Voss. I think that's the only figure I pre-ordered from that wave. No, I pre-ordered the 11th Sister as well, because Rebels. But okay, speaking of McFarlane, because Max, you said Todd Father. We do have some McFarlane stuff that I'm going to talk about, because, you know, I gotta throw crap at someone, right? All right, so we're getting remember what Hasbro did last year, or not last year, but 2 years ago. They did the NBA starting line, figure line, and I think these are 6-inch even. What do you see in these arms still? Still getting those pins. It's Todd refuses to do anything different, and it's insane to me. Like just like take one of the Marvel Legends apart in the store and look at how it works, and just tell your people to like integrate that without breaking copyright. Just like, you know, do something to make your figures stand out as far as like, oh, these are awesome. These look brand new. Like I'm not saying that there's not an audience for these people, but Hasbro's line like immediately went to Ollie's. And I don't know. I don't know why Todd expects to do any different. He's done sports stuff in the past, but I'm just not impressed. It's you need to innovate some. Like you can have all these licenses and all that stuff, but it doesn't really excite me. McFarlane McFucking sucks. McFarland is done. I mean, I don't know if Todd's gonna just like be like, well, I'm not gonna make toys anymore, but Maybe he should just pivot and only do statues. You know, because that's really what he wants to make. And I don't think any of these guys have their tattoos either, much like the Hasbro figures. So they're like, well, you can water slide or water scale the tattoos on if you want. Dan to Dan to Dan, pins all around. You get some pins. And like I wouldn't hate it so much if almost every single figure company wasn't past pins at this point. Like if there were still other people doing it, well, Playmates is still doing it, but that's a little different because they mostly make kids' toys. But I don't know. I feel like I would respect his toys more if he tried to improve stuff while charging $60 just because he added a little bit of soft goods. And that's the same thing for Hasbro. Like that Maximum Thor does not look like it's worth $55. Just because it has a soft goods cloak doesn't mean it ups the value. If anything, it's cheaper to get cloth than it is plastic. So you know, there's always going to be stuff to bother you about companies because that's what they do. They just want to make money without spending as little money as possible. Sorry, I am tongue-tied. All right, we got more McFarlane here. Apparently he's also got the God of War license coming out. So well, for me, like a lot of the stuff that has pins in it, over time it starts to warp and get loose. Like a lot of the Marvel Legends and a lot of other figures that have pins from the past. Because you know, when we were kids, they had like metal pins in them. And those didn't warp. Those didn't like bend out of shape. But they like to warp and it just takes away stability overall, like over time from a figure. And the way that they do pinless stuff, it's better reinforced, so it's less prone to warping and all that stuff. But with the stuff that McFarlane makes, it doesn't really matter. And it like if you hold a McFarlane figure from like 2005 to 2010 and you hold a McFarlane figure from now, they feel like the same exact quality, like the same exact plastic, which is not the best quality plastic. Like it's kind of soft. So and it also makes them a lot looser. So like pins are like not the best way to make a figure. That's why they bother me. And then on top of that, if you want to charge $60 for like a premium price, then you've got to add value to it by at least trying harder. Like if he was charging $35 to $40 for his elite figures, I wouldn't have a problem with them. But like $60 just because you added a couple extra paint apps and some really cheap accessories, it doesn't make it worth it for me. But you know, that's the thing about, you know, Dave said this, you know, people watch people for their opinions about the stuff that they're watching. Like they could watch other people's and they probably do, but you know, they're watching yours because they want to hear your opinion. So, you know, we all have our different takes on that stuff. And I just think that it makes the figure look cheaper and it doesn't hold up as well over time for me. Like I've seen a lot of issues with older Legends and other stuff just being loose and all wobbly and stuff. Once you see what can be done pinless, the rest and yeah, it looks better. They can't tell the difference. They can't tell the difference. Todd McFarlane. All right, so we're getting more. Is this the same Diablo figure or is this a new one? Getting more Diablo. So he's losing the DC license and he's doing all kinds of other stuff, which is cool. Like he's doing Hellboy. He's doing what's that, Mortal Dragon or whatever, Invincible Dragon? I don't know what it's called. But the dragon dude. But $60 goes a long way these days. And this is one of the elite figures right here, and it's just a little dusty, and that's why he charged $60. Plus it comes with a bunch of accessories. And then his other Fallout figures don't even come with accessories. Like the 2-packs, Benny and the Vault Dweller and all that stuff, they don't come with a single gun. So he's like, oh, buy this $60 one so that your other Fallout figures can have weapons. And it's just the way that Todd's brain works. You know, you can't detract from what he's contributed to comics and to action figures, because in the 2000s he was the only one innovating, you know, making adult oriented toys and like collectors stuff and all that stuff. And now he's just like kind of like a parody of himself with like the red platinum, ultra mega platinum, gold chase edition. You know, he's like making a joke of what it used to be like, which is, I don't know, because he's the one that did it first and he did a great job back then. Now he's just adding something that people really want behind an extra paywall or an extra pre-order window or whatever. And that's frustrating to a lot of people. Like when that Wonder Woman came out and I missed the window on it, I was done with his line. I was like, you know what? People have been wanting this figure. You don't just have an open pre-order and have a bunch waiting. So I was done. I was like, I'll never finish this Justice League. So I just got rid of them all. Then we got Helldivers, which these look fine. I don't, you know, they're not going to be the most articulated. But, and you can see that based on how they're posed. We got wired capes, big guns. I stole a Crusader from a comic shop when I was like 17. I still feel dirty about it. We've all done something in our life that we regret when we're younger. And we're just like, kind of cringe. Shouldn't have done that. But you know, as long as you recognize it and are like, I'm not going to do that again. We all have that learning experience, right? I mean, it looks like they all come with a bunch of guns, unless that's like a special one with that packaging. Like if they all came with that amount of weapons and all that stuff, you can charge $35 for that and it wouldn't be a problem. $35, not $60. It's elite. Included a bunch of guns. McFarlane figures cost more than Storm Arena figures, right? Like it's just the value for what you're getting is not there when it comes to that kind of stuff. And even for some Hasbro stuff, like that Abomination should have been like $40, like Grizzly. Grizzly had a bunch of all new stuff and it was $40. And then Abomination was $46.99. Why? Because there's a high demand for people wanting Abomination for the collection that missed it on both of the Build-A-Figures. So, you know, it's just Hasbro being like, oh, we can charge more because people want this. Here is the Hellboy that he's doing, which it's probably going to be in 1/10 scale, and Boss Fight has one coming out that's in 1/12 scale. So, you know, go for the one that's pinless, and you'll probably be paying the same amount. Because I think the Boss Fight one is like $60, and this is obviously a McFarlane Elite one, so that's going to be $60. He was Redeemer. It had a light up yellow blade arm. The Angel Dude from Spawn. Is that who you're talking about? Like this looks exactly like the Boss Fight one, except bigger, and it has pins in it. Big ugly pins. At least it includes the coat, but we got more statues from Fallout. And that is that. I know there's more McFarlane stuff, right? Yeah, we don't need to look at the. We've seen enough TMNT. What else do we have here? These are interesting. These are interesting. Sneak Attack Toys is a new toy branch of Bull Airs. Because I don't know who they are. I'm reading this. You may be familiar with them for their pop culture sneakers, apparel, and madballs like Sneakerheads. A New York toy for 2026. They debuted new figures, Sneakerheads, vinyl collectibles, and more. Okay, so they're like a shoe company that's making toys now. I will go back to Trick or Treat because that's on there. And we'll check that out after this. But I thought these were cool. Like these are like definitely like there's that looks like Jay and Silent Bob right there at the top. I used to play Magic until my home thought I was snagging cards for him. Oof. Magic is fun. I love Magic. Don't so much love the state of it, but I love the cards that I have. Yeah, like they got Ultraman, Chuck E. Cheese, Toxic Avenger. I guess they got Jay and Silent Bob. That's pretty cool. Those are cute. Those are fun. Chucky. And they got vinyl Chuck E. Cheese figure, which is crazy. I remember having a little Chuck E. Cheese figure from like you traded in your tickets. It was like that tall. I had it for a while. Now we got a full-size version one, which it looks like it's going to be fully articulated based on these renders, and this is just a prototype because you can see the packaging behind it. So that's pretty cool. I mean, everyone is jumping on that mascot train right now because it's really working out for Jada. So, you know, Go for it. I don't see why not. I'm sure there's an audience for it. Like, it's interesting. It's cool. I don't know. I might be an audience for it. Who knows? Bull Airs are way overpriced. See, I've never heard of them before. It says Bull Airs on the shirt. So the shoe company is making toys now. So you know these are probably overpriced as well. Click on kicks. What does that mean? He's got shoes. Oh, okay. And then you've got actual Toxic Avenger shoes. Those are cool. It's up right now for sale. Well, let me go to mezco.com. And then we'll go back to the trick or treat stuff. Let me go back to get that up while that loads. Because I know it's down here, Trick or Treat Studios. Oh, no, I'll have to check out the Friday the 13th stuff too. Mezco.com. I guess the site's down. Mezco. Let me just look for Mezco Toy News. Oh, see, there's the website. Doc Nocturnal Red Death Edition. Glow in the Dark Skull. That's pretty cool. Pretty sick. See, I tried it. Mezco is getting super expensive. Like they're 100 to 120. Now they're up to 135. And I know it's like an exclusive or whatever, but it's still a lot to ask. Looks really cool though. You get a bunch of accessories. That mask is pretty cool. You get a bunch of accessories. But do they have a teaser for their Punisher up here? We got the black and white Franklin Sparky Foreman. This is something like the 6th Doc Knock they put out. Yeah, I've seen a lot. They did the Christmas one. That's just their go-to character. And I think they already release this guy, but in color. Yeah, Mezco Toys Fair 2026. Black and white version. That's pretty cool. You go with your black and white Nosferatu. Sparky was one of my favorite overall figs of last year. Mezco, the Rumble Society stuff, I don't have any of it because it's like a rabbit hole. It's like, but they're really cool. They have some really. One day I'll be in the position to get one. Michael, what's going on? Welcome. Just checking out the toy news. I'll have to look up the Punisher. When is that Hellraiser? Hell yeah, it is. We have such sights to show you. Those are sick. Are they actually articulated this time, or are they just statues like most trick or treat stuff? No, let's have articulation. Basic articulation, but have you tried my lament configuration? Yeah, I feel that. It's just stuff to look at. Like there's some cool stuff out there. But nothing is like, oh, I'm gonna need that right away. It's gonna be gone. Like nothing's popping out to me like that. There's everyone's favorite female Cenobite. Their throat exposed. We all love that. Butterball. Okay, now these are statues. There's that crow I think you're talking about, but it's not articulated. Well, it kind of is. It's just the arms is what it looks like they're doing for some of this stuff. And even then, it has swappable arms. So they're doing the old McFarlane thing, which is just like posable statues. So they're doing their own thing. It's niche. It's for people that don't really care about articulation, more so want the presentation, which is fine. Oh, we got Leprechaun. That's freaking cool. It's probably the first Leprechaun figure I've ever seen. That's really cool. Michael Myers. We got the Creeper. Brown Michael Myers. Oh, the Killer Clowns from Outer Space. That's cool. You got the Mezco Doom. I got a few Mezcos. The ones I have are really good. Just got the Mezco Crow. Oh, I'm jealous. Oof. I'm jealous. I would love to have the Mezco Eric Draven. Giant size, 12-inch tall, fully sculpted figures. It's the Captain Spaulding. I noticed the Playmates Power Rangers toy skipped Dragon Zord and Titanus, and they revealed the Thunder Zords from season 2. They have a Tiger Zord, but they couldn't show it. Huh. Grimace and Oscar the Grouch. You want Grimace and Oscar the Grouch? I don't know which one Oscar comes with because he was like not listed as being his own figure. They mentioned Titanium playfully danced around White Ranger, so he's coming. You know they're gonna bring it at some point. Now they're making Hot Toy style stuff too. They're doing crazy stuff. All right, almost. I think we've almost covered most of the big toy news. What else was there though? Here we go. This is what there was. You want to like these? Well, Max, get ready for stuff that you're gonna want to like more because some of the stuff is pretty great from NECA. Like I'm not gonna get any of it, but there's some cool looking stuff. We got Beetlejuice, and Beetlejuice. Shit! I said his name 3 times. I fucked up, y'all. I fucked up. We got Shrunken Head Beetlejuice with Bob and Dave. It's pretty cool. Oh, that's Jeff. My name Jeff. Skin, Matador Beetlejuice. A lot of Beetlejuice. Sandworm. Then we got the Munsters. That's pretty cool. I didn't see these. Herman Munster and Grandpa. Oh, that's pretty fire. Later, Frankie. Hope you have a good rest of your Sunday. That's the cool ass Herman Munster. Then we got more of these Ben Cooper costumes. Stuff that didn't exist back then, but that's cool. We got Ghostface. Mars Attacks. Chucky. Friday the 13th. Then you got some classic ones like Shatner and Captain Action. And then we got, okay, so I saw Predator Badlands the other day. Finally watched it because it's on Hulu. It was all right. It was like a 6 out of 10 for me. I didn't think it was amazing. I thought it was kind of goofy and kind of cheesy. And there's a lot of stuff I had to just like shut my brain off. But these figures look cool. Like if you want figures from the new movie, then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. They don't have what's her name? Thea. They don't have Thea out of the box for some reason, but at least they're making her, so that's like half of Elle Fanning, and I don't think they give you her legs, so that's pretty funny. The NECA Alien Queen is amazing. It was up for pre-order not too long ago on Big Bad Toy Store on a reissue. Thing looks huge though. To put it in the middle of the floor somewhere. Ultimate Deck Bone Bison armor. I'm not gonna spoil the movie, but yeah, we get a couple of different looks for the main Predator deck in the movie. He's got double jointed arms. That's pretty cool. At least they added that. Pixel Dan did a booth tour yesterday, and they go over it. I don't remember many specifics. Who did they do with NECA? Is that who you're talking about? The Monsters people. Oh, the Monsters people actually wanted. Yeah, not the ones from the Rob Zombie movie. Yo, no spoilers, but like his dad is a PSB. I'm fighting. Oh, let me go invisible. Like, what the hell? Alien Queen was on Target too a few days ago. Oh, that's cool. So I guess it's coming out right now. It's probably like what, like this big? Like huge. Oh, the Playmates MMPR team. Gotcha. I guess I can check that out too. Gone a little over an hour now. I mean, the detail on these is crazy. They look great. I'm not upset about the way these look. Like that's a really cool head sculpt. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Where are you, Christmas? Then we got his brother Quay. So we get the three main predators from the movie, and he's really cool. Like that's a great look. 3 different head sculpts along with the masked one, and then I don't know about Thea's head sculpt back there. She looks a little stoned back there. I don't know why they don't have her out of the box. What else do they got? Phantom of the Opera with Lone Chaney. Mask of the Red Death. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's kind of crazy we never got Vulcan Skull and Lightning Collection either. So bummed about that, but it's better that way. We got a poster version of the City Hunter from Predator 2. Poster series is what it's called. And then we've got the Gaming Friday the 13th Jason with this display with flickering candles. They don't light up, they flicker like real candles would. Shrine to Mommy, Pamela Voorhees. And then we get these really fucking cool, like these Jason figures are fucking cool as shit. Like, look at that. That's pretty freaking sick. We get the jumpsuit Jason with his head all like bloated and puffed up through his mask. Is that from part? No, that's part 9. It's not Jason Takes Manhattan. And this is from Dead by Daylight, I believe. Yeah, well, he wasn't in the original storyline, but he was in the original toy line, and that's what they're basing a lot of those decisions on for that. So that's why they put him in there. Pennywise from Welcome to Derry. Yeah, where's the other Jasons? I know they had. Is there better pictures of the other Jasons? We're getting some Art the Clowns. Grimace will be the sexiest action figure of the year. He's something, all right. Is the Trapper from Dead by Daylight. See? A little bit. 1/4 scale Pennywise. Possibly. I don't see one. That'd be cool if they're making a 1/4 scale. I know they re-released a bunch of their 1/4 scale. Not 1/4. Is it 1/4? They released a bunch of really big figures, and they were showing up at Target. So like re-releases, like Daredevil and Batman, and I'm assuming it's from a cover art, and that's why he has them. I'm not sure exactly. Trick or Treat finally delivering Yvonne from Toxic Crusaders. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff for like niche collections coming out of Toy Fair this year. Multiple Art the Clowns from NECA. Multiple Art the Clowns. They're really banking on that. And then here's better pictures of the Jason Voorhees. This is Ultimate Savini Jason with the freaking pitchfork. Like he's been to hell and back. Looks pretty cool. There we go. There's Jason Takes Manhattan Jason. I really like that look. I think that's a great look for Jason. So the movie sucks, but it's still fun. It's still fun. All of them are fun in their own way. Not all of them, but Target clearance is gonna be slamming. So that's NECA. Like they had a lot of new stuff to show as far as like new brands and new figures. Playmates. Where's Playmates Power Rangers? I was gonna check that out. Is it on here? Is it on here? Hello. I'll have to find it. Thank you, Toy Arc, for all the toy news. Not that I'm going to give any of this, but y'all were talking about it, so this will be the last thing that I bring up. No. This ain't it, fam. This ain't it, fam. No, this is still Godzilla X Power Rangers. I saw someone covering the Playmates Power Rangers stuff. Here we go. Oh, that's a video. I mean, I guess that's where I saw it, was a video. So let me play it and turn the volume down. Bless you. At least it wasn't the other thing. So this is the wave 1 that they did with the flip heads. We got the Green Ranger, we got Goldar, we got this guy. Whose video is this, by the way? Let me make sure I shout out the proper person. May as well just put it up on YouTube. Is it Pixel Dan? It's probably Pixel Dan. Razor and Toka from Tales of the TMNT. Of course it's Pixel Dan. I was correct. Yeah, and that's whose video it is. Getting into season 2. Yeah, they got Rocky, Aisha, and Adam. Yeah, Rocky, Aisha, and Adam. I was like, who's Tum Tum? Well, those likenesses are terrible, though. I mean, the Rocky one's okay, but those are not great. We get Lord Zed. See, these look just so. And I know they're focused at kids, but come on. We want new Power Rangers. We wanted more Lightning Collection style Power Rangers, and it looks like we're not going to get that. I don't think they're going to do any of that. So they're just going to do the kids stuff, and then when eventually the new Power Rangers show comes out, they'll tie into that. But like they just showed that Dungeon Crawler Crawl stuff, and it's like they could do more like adult leaning stuff if they wanted to. White Ranger Tommy is also part of the wave. Thunderzord's cool. Don't get me wrong, Zords are always cool. I'd love to have a Megazord. I've never had a full Megazord in my whole life. My whole stinking life. But all those Thunderzords are sick. Actually. Particularly, actually. That's like pretty much a remake of the old. Yep. See, my brother had one of those. The Dragon Zord. The Red Dragon Zord. Oh, that's cool. Thunder Dragon Zord. You know, that's actually really cool. So I'm not going to hate on the Zords at all. That they all you can connect them all and actually build the Megazords. That's what you want from that kind of stuff. So they're doing season 2, which means next year they'll do season 3, and then they'll do like season 4, which was the end of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, right? Or was it only 3 seasons? And we got little tiny versions. God, I swear we had the same thing when I was a kid. But Pixel Dan, shout out to him. He's doing like the Lord's work when it comes to Toy Fair coverage. He's covering every single booth, talking to every single creator, and just getting it done. So props to him. Getting more of the helmets. What's up, Maurice? Good to see you. About to wrap up here. It's been an hour and 15 minutes. And I haven't streamed for a while, so I'm kind of tired. I was nervous about streaming. I was like, it's been a minute. I got anxiety. I didn't really want to, but it's good to talk about toy news. Not have to edit a dang video. Just run it all down and look at it. So that's the Power Rangers stuff. Isn't Super Sentai done for good? They canceled Super Sentai. There's like a spiritual successor coming out called Space Ranger Gavin or something like that. So it's Project Red. So it's still like got Power Rangers initials and Power Rangers vibes, but it's like set in like futuristic outer space with like better special effects and all that stuff. Like, of course, I watched Once and Always. I love Power Rangers. I enjoyed it. It was not amazing, but it was, you know, a nice nostalgia feel. It wasn't terrible for like an hour Netflix special. But yeah, they're doing a spiritual successor to Power Rangers. So, but like Hasbro is the one that killed Power Rangers and Super Sentai because they had done these branding deals and all this stuff, and them canceling Power Rangers on top of Super Sentai having a slump in ratings the last maybe like 5 or 6 years. So they weren't even making money on merchandise anymore because Hasbro had most of the rights. So they canceled Super Sentai after Hasbro canceled Power Rangers, and now they're like pivoting to updated kind of something new with Super Sentai vibes. So that's what's happening over there with that stuff. But is there another day of Toy Fair? Is there going to be more news coming out? I've seen with the last of the Playmates TMNT toys, among them are Razor and Toka from Tales of the TMNT cartoon on Paramount. Did they? I don't think they had that stuff on Toy Arc. It's okay. News for another day. But I did see the last wave, and they got like the Mutant Mayhem stuff coming out, and that's like their last hurrah for Ninja Turtles at Playmates, which is the end of an era, almost 40 years, which is kind of crazy. But regardless, thank y'all for hanging out, looking at the toy news. I know other people have been covering it, but just was like, all right, I haven't streamed for a while. Let me go ahead and do a rundown on Saturday, get back in the swing of things, and try to be more consistent. And I just needed a break because we just hit 4K, and it was a lot of work. And now I'm just chilling, and you know, but there's videos coming. Abomination went up. It was members first. Now that's up for everybody today. So if you want to watch my Abomination review, that's up on the channel. I've got Jada Toys Akuma coming next week at some point, hopefully. So that'll be up for members first, and then everyone else will be able to see it afterwards. And yeah, hope y'all have a good rest of your weekend. I know Max is getting some presents in the mail, so hopefully we'll be able to see that at some point pretty soon. But yeah, keep your head up, stay brave, be kind to the local LGBTQ community. If you're protesting, be extra super duper safe. I love y'all. I'll see you next time. And bye-bye. And also, Michael, tomorrow and Tuesday are the last 2 days. So there's more. So we'll probably have another live stream this week. All right, later, y'all. Thanks for popping in.
My safe word will be whiskey.
Sorry, Rod, what was that?
Whiskey.
Your friend's wasted, Anakin.
Check this out!
Pork chop sandwiches!
Freaking pump! I've been drinking green tea all goddamn day!
Oh! Man, he hit his ass with a porky toe, man. Nice.
God, I go to church every goddamn Sunday. You gonna bring the demons out of me?
No matter what you do, I will be proud of you, even if you receive a liberal arts degree. Baby time. It's baby time. Wait, I wasn't finished!
Alright, give him the stick. Don't give him the stick!
You know my dad?
Oh!
G.I. Joe! What the fuck? This is my hat now. This is totally my hat.